Hello, folks. Welcome to Hope and Hardship, a labor history of immigration to Canada. I'm Professor Catherine Payne, and this is my home office. I'm just going to take a few minutes here to introduce myself and the course. So first, me. I've been teaching at George Brown College since 1996 when I got my first part-time contract. In 1999, I was lucky enough to get a full-time position in the George Brown College School of Labor. As you likely already know, having a full-time job is a big deal these days. Right now, workers in precarious and insecure jobs in particular are at higher risk for COVID. Did you know that a whopping 80% of your teachers at George Brown are only employed on contract, which means they don't know if they're still going to have a job next term? That makes me very lucky because I get to do what I love, be paid decently, and have benefits and a pension. We'll be talking more in this course about working conditions, things like wages, hours, benefits, pensions, and about how workers and unions have fought for better working conditions through Canada's history. I've been teaching for more than 20 years and I love it. I get to meet all of you, to read and watch interesting material with you, and to talk about the ideas in those readings and videos with you. I particularly love teaching history. History is basically a bunch of really interesting stories that explain why things are the way they are now. And I find that studying the struggles of workers who came before us can teach us a lot about how we can live our best lives today. There's some pretty inspirational folks and groups in Canadian history. So, I bet most of you didn't expect to be taking this many online courses. And I'm pretty new at teaching online, so please bear with me. I figured out a lot about Blackboard and online pedagogy, but I'm still going to make some mistakes. Please don't hesitate to let me know if you find an error or have a problem in Blackboard. This is an awfully weird time. COVID has impacted us all. Lots of us have to deal with pretty big changes in our plans. Lots of us are anxious about our health and our loved ones, and lots of us are grappling with racism in some way. COVID has made racism more obvious as folks in communities of color in Canada are at much higher risk of getting COVID and of dying of COVID. And of course, there's been a lot of activity around Black Lives Matter and around Indigenous Lives Matter in the past year. We'll be talking a lot in this course about racism, about how racism has shaped Canada, and at the same time about how people in Canada's history have fought against it and how people continue to fight against it today. Please feel free to ask a lot of questions in this class. I've set up a question and answer discussion board for you to post any questions you have about the course on. I'll check it every time I log into Blackboard, and you might want to stop there too on your way into the class every time. You'll also get a chance to ask questions in our live classes. I've scheduled 6 live classes throughout the term. Check out the course outline. There's a chart with a week-by-week breakdown of course activities, readings, assignments, and evaluations. It's called the topical outline. And you'll want to keep that handy so that you don't miss due dates or live classes. I'm available for one-on-one meetings every Monday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. And you can always email me at kpayne@georgebrown.ca. And of course, all this information is in your course outline. So I'm going to sign off now, but you can join me next week for the first live class. I'll send out an announcement with all the details that you'll need about that soon, so check your email. So long for now, and I look forward to working with you this term.